I support United People Global because I strongly believe in social movements. I believe that deep and inclusive transformation will happen when people give hand to hand. They move like waves. Transformation, change happens when people are united, they are working together. That's why I do support this. It is important to empower people, but in fact I would put it the other way around. People do have power inside themselves. They have the energy, they have the inner strength, they have aspirations, they have dreams, they have already what they would like to become and what they would like the world to become. What we do with the United People Global is to enhance that, to embolden people to come up strongly, unite their strengths and their aspirations, transform those in movements which is based on people themselves to change their lives and to change the world they want to live in, and if you like, to change the world they want to leave as a legacy to future generations. The demographic groups I have been concerned about have been always children, because they depend on adults, they depend on someone else to realize their rights. I also am concerned with women, because most of times they have been marginalized, they have not been valued, they have not been recognized, although they make a huge contribution for our families, for our communities, for our society, for the world, but their place in development has not been put at the center stage. And my work along decades, it has been to support women to take the center stage and to be at the driving seat, as we usually put it. But there are other social groups which have become also part of my concern. It's adolescents. You realize nowadays that adolescents need to be engaged in a way they can enhance their own power. When it comes to girls, for instance, we have in Africa very high rates of early pregnancy, very high rates of child marriage, which means they do not have the skills to own their body in a way they can make the right choices at the right time. So adolescents have become in recent times part of my huge concerns, because they are the future adults, and when we talk of girls, it will be them who are becoming the new generations of women whom I see empowered, I see skilled, I see them being able to make choices about their life and their future, and becoming much more engaged actually in definitions of policy, of programs, of plans, so that they are fully active citizens. But I also worry about the rural people. In Africa in particular, you realize that people living in rural areas, they are not sufficiently engaged in policy, they are not sufficiently engaged in a significant way in development plans. They provide us, most of the times, with food we consume, but they're just providers. When it comes to engage them in planning, they are not there. So there are a few social groups which we have to think of if we are to become societies which are inclusive, which are just, societies which really take into account the rights of everyone for social justice.